the Cowboys number.
Yep, sure do. Got them on speed dial.
Really?
Press 1, win Cowboys. That's what it does, Skip. Got them on speed dial. Oh, yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
Is it that easy? You just push a button and it's over?
Yeah, speed dial. When he needs a win, Cowboys.
Okay.
Six of his last 7, that's what he's done.
That is correct. Can't.
Y'all beat him the first time his first start out. Y'all beat him, you know. He did, just learning the rope.
2008.
Yeah, way back then.
Ancient history.
Like you tell me, that was ancient history.
Yep.
Way back.
Yep.
More recently, 6 of the last 7,
Okay.
y'all took them L's.
Yep.
Last 2 playoffs, those are the ones that hurt. Ooh, the playoffs. Skip, we've seen this guy time and time again, and there have been times that you guys have had the better of the teams. I believe your 2016 team that went 13-3, you were the better team, but they had the better quarterback. And sometimes when your teams are close and the team that has the better quarterback, they're going to win because he'll find a way to win, especially if you let the game come down to a final drive and they need a touchdown or a field goal to beat you.
Yep.
More times than not, if they got the superior talent at the quarterback position, they're going to do exactly that. And can you explain this, Skip? 8 starts, 15 tubs, 2 INTs. Is he throwing a lot of those balls away? Because, you know, Pro Football Focus say he's on pace
Pro
again
Football
to
Focus.
shatter his record and throw it away.
He is.
I tell you,
He was on that pace on that Thursday night. He was throwing it away like crazy.
he's on pace again. 15 touchdowns and 8 starts. That's almost
He has perfected the art of not risking interceptions. Now, does he make big plays? Not anymore.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Against you guys, he makes a lot of big plays. Lots of big plays.
All right.
Look, in the playoffs, the last time you guys, the catch that wasn't a catch, you know it wasn't a catch. Everybody out there knows it was not a catch, and you still hung up on that it was a catch, and you were going to Seattle.
You're the last holdout in the world.
No, Skip, you know it wasn't.
See that it was a catch.
Skip, it wasn't a catch. And even though you didn't get you were going to get the Aaron Rodgers got the ball and drove right down the field, so it wasn't going to matter anyway. But this last playoff game, Skip, you do know he got the ball on his own 25 with 35 seconds left in the ball game. You do know he took a sack on that drive. And 3rd and 20. Skip, that was special. Can we see that, DJ? I know you got a beat for me right quick. Give me this diss track. Look at this, Skip. Can you see this? This is beauty. This is a thing of beauty.
I'm going to save my commentary for my turn.
Okay. Now, we've had a lot of quarterbacks that came on the show, and they talked about
It was definitely a catch.
They said, now, at the time, Drew Brees, Eli Manning, we've had a lot of quarterbacks say there's only one quarterback that could have made that throw, and that was Aaron Rodgers. Little did we know, Jenny, at the time, there was a guy that was playing in Lubbock, Texas. Patrick, my homeboy, was coming along the way.
Are you from Lubbock, Texas?
You stop it.
Actually, from Tyler, but that's okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
Tyler, Texas.
there was-
It's next door to Glenview, Georgia, right?
Glenville.
Neighbors.
Glenville. I'm sorry, Glenville.
But there was a guy that was coming along that could also make that throw. But at the time, Aaron Rodgers, even Brady said, nobody made that throw but him. He made that throw, and you guys, Skip. So, Skip, look, I wish there was something I could tell you, say, well, he's always had the better of the teams, and, yada, yada. No. He has not always had the better of the teams. There have been times you've had the better of the teams, but the one thing that's always been unmistakable, they've had the better of the quarterbacks. Whether it's been Romo, whether it's been Dak, or whomever your quarterback's been, 12 has always been better than yours. And that's a fact, and that's going to be a fact again on Sunday.
That's a
The
fact?
argument just ran out of gas, so it's my turn now.
Go ahead.
Right?
That's a fact.
Thank you. You killed enough clock for the show already. I'm fascinated by this question because my first takeaway from this question is the God's truth is that Dak Prescott has actually had Aaron Rodgers' number.
No,
That actually, the truth is, as Jenny said,
Skip,
numbers don't
Skip,
lie because actually Aaron has always brought out the very best in Dak Prescott because just the numbers don't lie. Average
Sorry about
QBR
that.
for the 3 games, Dak is at 80, Aaron's at 62. Touchdowns, interceptions over the 3 meetings between Dak and Aaron. For Dak Prescott, 9 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. For Aaron, 6 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Which is better? Numbers never lie. That's what you said, right? Okay, so I think the numbers are screaming Dak, Dak, Dak. But I'm going to give you this. if you want to make the case that Aaron Rodgers has somehow cast a spell on the Cowboys, that he's put some hex on the Dallas Cowboys, I can give you that. And if you want to tell me that on speed dial, by hitting 1, he gets his witch doctor, then you got me on that, because this is witch doctor city every time they play.
Nope.
What has happened? Let's just go back to these 3 games. Let's go back to the Dez catch game. Can we see the Dez catch? Because
It wasn't a catch.
He caught it. He ran with it for 2 steps. He put it in his left hand because Dez is left-handed and tried to slam it on the goal line. And the referee puts his arms up. Look at the referee. Touchdown. He's going to put his arms up. Touchdown. Catches it. He runs with it. He tries to slam it on the goal line because he had full control of the ball. Can't see the referee, but he put his arms up.
He did.
And then somehow New York got involved and said, no, we got to stick it. We got to stick it to Jerry Jones. And they stuck it to Jerry Jones.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
And again, to your point, there was 4:42 left in the game. I don't know what would have happened. That would have put Dallas ahead in the game. Who knows what Aaron Rodgers could have done. He was struggling that day. He wasn't having a very good day.
But then, hold on. Green Bay went right back down the field and made Dallas
They
use the
killed the clock.
Yes.
They just killed the clock.
Yes.
But if you had to go score,
Skip.
then that could have been a whole different story. But whatever, that's like you've cast a hex on the Dallas Cowboys. Then can we go to that divisional playoff game, which was back in after the 2016 season, early 2017, at Jerry World? Can we just see what happened? Obviously, Green Bay goes ahead in that game 21-3 because my defense was still young. This was their first game. They got a home playoff game, and they're not ready to play.
Your offense wasn't ready
They
either.
just get blitzkrieged right out of the box. And then guess what happened? My rookie quarterback said, no, I'm not going to let this happen in my house. And here he came. And he roars back to a 28-all tie and then a 31-all tie, thanks all to Dak Prescott, who threw for 302 yards that day. 3 touchdowns, did have 1 pick, but he actually outplayed Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
No,
I'm
he
going to be
didn't.
honest about
No,
this.
he
Aaron had an
didn't.
80 QBR, Dak had a 79. But to me, to have to come back
Okay,
out of that,
you know
throw
what?
him out of that hole, and do it all with the
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up there, guys. First thing, I don't know if everybody's been getting notifications. People have been telling me, hey, haven't been getting my notifications. Mike, it's hitting the bell 3 times, right? Mike? The notifications? Smash the bell?
No, you click the bell, make sure it's all notifications.
Make sure you click the bell and get all notifications. And
Personalized is all notifications.
here's the thing, man. You know, a year ago, a little over a year and a month ago, I had my other channel that had 28,000 subscribers on it. And it got shut down by YouTube. I got it back for a while, then they shut it down again. It might be that YouTube could be about to shut down my channel again. I don't know. It could be a glitch with the notifications, but I know that the notifications haven't been going out like they normally do. So, and also my man Philly 500 was saying that some of the people were unsubscribed to his channel and stuff. So YouTube, you got to refresh this stuff. So make sure you clicked all the notifications. And to be on the safe side here, okay, I actually have another channel, Joe Boo's Day Job, okay? Do me a favor. Subscribe to that channel. I'm going to start posting on that channel and doing some stuff on there just to spread the wealth, just in case something happens. So subscribe to Joe Boo's Day Job, and I'm going to start doing a little bit of stuff over on there to build it up. Let me drop it in there one more time just to make sure. This is the scary part about YouTube. YouTube is incredible. It's incredible that I can reach all of you people across the world. The fact that I am sitting here in my basement, 1,360 miles away from Dallas, and can talk to you. Michael Patterson, that's the big question, because the notification of when I got my channel shut down before, they said for spam. Even though I never had a copyright strike or anything like that, they shut it down. And unfortunately, what it is it's not people that actually judge this. It's computer bots. It's algorithms and things like that. They go through, they pick on who they want to pick on and say that's spam. And part of the problem is because I do a lot of videos on a regular basis, but every video is about the news with the Dallas Cowboys. So this is kind of like breaking news. So um, I guess I got a little comfortable again and not thinking about what happened before. So just in case, subscribe to Jobu's day job. That way, if something happens to this channel, we can all go over to that one and hopefully get that going so we don't. Oops, I didn't mean to do that there. Okay. And that way we won't have to worry about losing out on Jobu Sports Report. So, back to Skip and Shannon. Interesting take there. Shannon basically said that, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, that, they had no chance and stuff on there. And what you keep hearing, of course, from everybody is that, the Dallas Cowboys have been 1-7 against Green Bay, against Aaron Rodgers, which is the truth. We're 1-7. And I'll even throw in another one on there. You could add another Green Bay loss where we were up 26-3, not to Aaron Rodgers, but to Matt Flynn. Okay, Matt frickin' Flynn, and we lost that game because we passed more. If you're using Dio clues, what is Dio clues? I don't know what that is, David Gomez. It's a copyright issue. Well, I've been careful. I mean, I use the clips like this, but see, that's considered fair use because the difference would be is if I put that on the screen without me being in here, it's a percentage wise.
Now,
This is not, it's not reproduced exactly as it was put out
now
there.
in Europe, that would be a copyright.
Yeah, but yeah.
Or not in Europe.
You're an astronaut. You'll look into it. Okay.
That's
So again, and the other thing I also found out too is you only get 3 notifications in a 24-hour period. So in the morning I do my morning video. I know yesterday I kept trying to restart the live stream, so those notifications went out. So it may be that that they're just putting me in timeout. So just check back on the videos and things. But back to the Dallas Cowboys and Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, anytime I say something about Dak Prescott, it is all of a sudden I get the haters out there telling me that you're obsessed with Dak Prescott. Here you go again and all. The reason why I do this is because you hear people like Shannon Sharp. Hello, Miss Jackie. How you doing, Joseph? How you doing, Boomer Sooner? How you doing, Start 111? How you doing, David Gomez? Jet D, Blake A, and all of my fans that are watching on Facebook as well. Thank you guys for all joining the conversation and stuff. I see Kevin Milton, the Dak Prescott. See, I tell you what, Kevin Milton is over on Facebook right now because he's been blocked on this channel. He is like the Dak Prescott troll to end all trolls. He claims to be a Dallas Cowboy fan, but he continues to trash the team. And when he trashes the team, he always goes, laugh out loud. So if you're trashing the team, how are you a fan of the team, Kevin? Kevin Milton, can you answer me that one? Because you always do that. To me, you sound like somebody just wants a bunch of attention. But the reason I bring things up about Dak Prescott and stuff is because the narrative out there is false. What you hear, they say, oh my God, Dak Prescott, when Zeke doesn't run for 75 yards, he's 1-8. Well, Carson Wentz is 1-13 when they don't run for 100 yards. They don't tell you that. Anthony, somebody sent me a picture of that. Jay Gruden supposedly smoking some weed. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go ahead and do that. So you actually saw a video. I saw somebody sent me some pictures and it looked like Jay Gruden. But I said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure if that's really Jay Gruden. But then again, when you're working with the Washington Redskins, you might want to be on some weed because they got issues. They got some real issues there in Washington. So I could understand that one. I don't even understand why Jay Gruden still has a job with the Washington Redskins. I mean, let's be honest. They know that he's going to get fired. He knows he's going to get fired. The players know he's going to. Everybody knows he's going to get fired. What are you waiting for? But anyway, I ain't thinking about the Redskins facing off against them. I'm dealing with the Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys taking on the bad man, Aaron frickin' Rodgers. Um, but the narrative that you have is Dak Prescott, the bus driver. Dak Prescott, L4G. What's up, man? We got to get back to a game again. We keep hearing about Dak Prescott, the game manager, the bus driver, and everything else. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people like Kevin Milton believe. They believe that that's what it is. Hey, I hear it all the time, so it must be true. But let me go through my book, because I try and put in the homework. I work on this channel. I don't just do like some YouTubers do. They just go ahead and follow whatever goes on and just say that's what it is because that's what I heard. I try and make my own decisions. I try and get my own research out there, and I try and bring it to you. And more times than not, I get it right than those guys. And I'll be honest with you. A lot of times, I'll see some stuff on Bleacher Report or ESPN, and I kind of say, I kind of talked about that yesterday or the day before. Seems kind of close to what I was saying. So we know Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. Aaron Rodgers has been great. Super Bowl champion. Went to a second one. I think. Didn't he? Didn't he go to two? Yeah. But that was like Eli Manning. Remember Eli Manning, the two-time Super Bowl MVP that they kept talking about how great he was back, every year we heard, he's got Odell, now he's got Brandon Marshall, two-time Super Bowl MVP, he's going to be great. But see, he got old, and he wasn't the same player, and they didn't have the same defense. And see, when you look at Aaron Rodgers threw for 420 yards, but he couldn't deliver in the end against the Eagles. And the Eagles, of course, are pounding their chest that, that they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, knowing that they let the Washington Redskins with a weed-smoking coach score 27 points on them. But they're pounding their chest saying they're the best team out there. The talking heads are talking about Carson Wentz's best quarterback in football. But they let Aaron Rodgers throw for 427 yards. If they had any there we go. Okay, I lost it for a second there. There we go. It's back. Sorry. Lost it stream there for a second. If I were the coach of the Washington Redskins, I'd smoke a whole lot of them, buddy. That's literally being a dumpster. Although, you can just take the money and be happy. You know what I mean? Because you're getting paid to go to Washington. But, man, it's just bad. It's just bad to be a Washington Redskin. But, again, we're not worried about them. We got our own problems. So, my thing with Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers isn't exactly the same guy that he was. If we go through, and I meant to get these on here, but then I started getting worried about my notifications. Let me pull this up real quick. Aaron Rodgers, the first 3 games this year, wasn't exactly Aaron Rodgers like. Remember what they were talking about. They were saying, well, with that defense that they got, Aaron Rodgers will take some pressure off of him. Right? You remember that the first 3 games? And then the Eagles, to their credit, they were actually moving the ball and scoring some points, and they made it harder for, of course, Aaron Rodgers. They got into a shootout. Stuart Morrison, thank you very much for the super chat. Take a look at this. Aaron Rodgers against Chicago, 203 yards. Against Minnesota, 209 yards. Against Denver, 235 yards. And then, of course, against the Eagles, 422 yards. So right now, he only has 6 touchdowns in 4 games. So that's not exactly elite level. They say that an elite quarterback can put a team on their back and will them to win, but he's 13-13. And I know they've got bad coaching, okay? They messed up, I mean, they just didn't draft well. They got old and they didn't reload. So when you start looking at that, okay, Aaron Rodgers, is he as good as everybody thinks? He still can sling the ball. He can still get it out there, but he is definitely declining. Now, back to, well, my book's right here in front. I need you all to do me a favor too. I need you guys to keep an eye out on me because I think I'm getting dementia. I think the headshots that I've taken over the years and probably all the stuff I've ingested between doing construction work and everything else, that it's kind of finally getting to me because I am losing things left and right. And just kind of, if you kind of notice, kind of go downhill real quickly. Just kind of say, hey, Mark, or tell Michael Anthony Fitness or my daughter AK Doll that, check on your dad, get him some help because something's not quite right. But because I keep losing stuff. But the interesting thing with Dak and Aaron Rodgers, they've had 3 games together. Dak is 1-2 against him. 1-2. That sounds a lot better than 1-7 the Cowboys are against him. And it's been close games. Now, we won the first match where he was a rookie, 30-16. The playoff game, we lost 34-31. Probably adult attention deficit, huh? Well, that could be true, too. But I like I said, I starting to have little panic attacks when I can't find stuff and go crazy. Michael got my venom yesterday when I couldn't find this plug that I bought because I literally bought the plug, came downstairs, and couldn't find it. Turns out I put it up in the Redskin bucket up there when I put away all these cables. So I'm kind of losing my mind a bit. But the interesting thing is in the 3 matchups that we've had with Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers, Dak's got 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers has got 6 and 2. Kind of amazing when you think about it because we think of Aaron Rodgers as the bad man, and you think of Aaron Rodgers being able to, elevate the team and stuff. And you think of Aaron Rodgers being the deep threat. Aaron Rodgers has averaged 7.3 yards a throw. Dak has averaged almost 8. These are numbers that you kind of look at and say, wait a minute. Now, the Cowboys have a better defense than we had in the past when we faced them. Aaron Rodgers is declining. We're playing at home. But as we know about football, anything can happen on any given Sunday. You can win or lose, by a call by the referees. The crazy thing to me, oh, there you are, Kevin. You never trash talk the team. I trash Dak. I expect to lose with Dak, so don't say I trash the team. Like you keep putting false statements out. Oh, no, Kevin. Since we got you on here, over there, Kevin. Yet we still continue to win second most in the NFL with Dak. Are you happy that we are winning, that we went to the playoffs last year and won a playoff game, that we haven't had a losing season with Dak Prescott? Because that's the thing I don't seem to understand. Because I can look around at Kirk Cousins. Right now, Minnesota's trying to figure out, is there a way we can get a refund on him? You think San Francisco's happy with what they got with Jimmy Garoppolo? Miami happy with Fitzmagic? Matty Ice right now and that crew, he's getting paid a whole lot of money. They ain't done anything since they choked at the Super Bowl. I turned it up a little. Let me know if that's good. If that's good there. So I'm sitting here looking around. Quarterbacks right now. Russell Wilson is playing at another level, and Pat Mahomes. But even Tom Brady last week only had 150 yards and no touchdowns. And here's the funny thing. New England gets a defensive score. They get 3 field goals, and they win. The other 3 games they played, the other 3 teams don't have a single victory. What's the narrative on New England? Best team in football. best odds to go to the Super Bowl. They are fantastic. Oh, oh boy, I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Yes, the shirts will go to Hawaii as well as to Europe. So if you do go to Jobu Sports, I'm sorry, Jobu's T-shirt shop on Teesprings, yeah, they will ship them to Hawaii, to Europe, and everything else. I don't think it's even extra. I don't think it's even extra to go to Hawaii. Um, you look around at New England, everybody says they're the best team in football, but really, Buffalo is the only team that they've played that has a win. Now, what if? I'm sorry, Mike.
And they gave a run for their money.
That's what I'm saying, right? And they barely won that game. Tom Brady had 150 yards, no touchdowns. They had to have a defensive score to win against Buffalo. We go to New Orleans and lose to New Orleans, a team that beat Seattle in Seattle. Okay? And all of a sudden we're bums. Now, what if, hypothetically, what if Jason Witten's fumble isn't a fumble? What if, say, Amari Cooper's, one of his pass interferences wasn't? What if Zeke Elliott? What if we had one of those plays that went our way? Would the narrative be a little bit different? Well, there's a reason why there's so much stuff in the front of the desk is because it hides all of the stuff that's in here because there's 2 computers, a mixing board, and 2 cell phones that actually control the cameras. See, unfortunately, I am the guy that runs all this stuff. I don't have it off on the side. There's this computer that's over here that takes care of that one. There's this computer so I can see Kevin Milton over here calling me an idiot. And then I've got the controls for the cameras as well as all that. So instead of having you see all of that, I'd rather you see see Joe Boo and the dumpster and things like that. So you're like my wife. My wife is always like, you got too much stuff on there. But you know what? I like the stuff because it hides more of me. That's always a good thing. You said it's. I'm not saying okay. Well, you can put it out there. I'm just saying, I'm sounding like what ifs, but it is. It's rational. If the catch, no catch was a catch, maybe we win that game, right or wrong. I think you had a good chance, although it was enough time for Aaron Rodgers to go down the field to win it. But a call can change the fate of a season. Look at New Orleans last year. The no call on the pass interference. They get that call, they're in the Super Bowl. Oh, incognito. Here's the thing about Kevin Milton. Dude's got like 20 different profiles. I mean, he is like a professional troll. So the more you block somebody like that, the more they. So I just, everybody just basically says, we know you're an idiot. We know that you hate Dak Prescott. Oh, okay. So, okay, he just actually asked a good question here. Okay. He actually asked a really good question. Who would you pick to have for one game? Dak Prescott or Aaron Rodgers? That's a legitimate question. Who would you take, Dak Prescott or Aaron Rodgers? Actually, you know who I would take, Kevin. Because if it's coming down to the wire, the game's on the line, percentage-wise, Dak Prescott's got a hell of a lot of comeback victories, and he seems to be cool and calm. I saw Aaron Rodgers first down and goal against the Eagles. You get a score, a touchdown, you win. And he failed. So that's who I would take. How about you guys? How many of you would take Rodgers or Dak? Which one? At this point. Dak, no question. Rodgers, that's a no-brainer. Haters are always going to hate. Nah, you know what? Dak at least has his legs, as we saw in that run in the playoffs. On third down where he ran for 14. Dak is better moving around right now, and I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not the same guy that he was. Just saying. I'm just and again, this is my opinion, and we are entitled to our opinion. Well, Kevin, here's the thing, and I'm having a conversation up here with the troll. But Kevin, I'm looking at it here. We could count them up if we want, but I gotta say we got more Dak Prescott than Aaron Rodgers. I would say about 3-1. I would take Dak all day. I take Dak because he's my quarterback. I'm biased. I take Eli Manning. Oh my God! Really, really? Well, Danny Blaze, Eli Manning was a Super Bowl winning quarterback too. Just saying. And to me, it's a young man's game. You don't get better when you get older. You just get older. And let's see. Wait a minute. Let me look up something here. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Um, Four-quarter comeback since 1960. Now, keep in mind, Aaron Rodgers has played a lot longer than Dak Prescott. So let's pull this up here. Okay. Because we know that Tony Romo had a lot. He had 28 or 29, I believe. Let's see, Ben Roethlisberger with 31, Brett Favre, Matt Ice with 28, Matthew Stafford with 28, Eli with 27, Philip Rivers, Drew Brees with 24, Tony Romo, actually, I'm sorry, 24. Where's Aaron Rodgers? Wait. Where's Aaron? I must be missing it. Aaron Rodgers has to have more comebacks. Wow. Okay. I never looked up Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers in his career only has 14 comebacks. Roger Staubach has 13. And where's Dak in his young career? Wait. Matt Castle. So, Dak's only been here for 3 years. So, fourth quarter comebacks, he has 8. Aaron Rodgers has 14. Now, game-winning drives, that's another one. Let's look at game-winning drives. Peyton Manning with 54. I think Tony Romo had 28, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Dak has 14. 14 game-winning drives in 3 years and a quarter. And where's Aaron Rodgers? Since we want to put it out there that my quarterback stinks. Have I missed him? Jared Goff has... I know he can't be this low. Teddy Bridgewater has 5. RG3. Where is Aaron Rodgers? I'm sorry, guys, but now this is going to bug me. Kirk Cousins has 12. I'm surprised on that one. Did I miss it? Troy Aikman has 20 game-winning drives. I saw Roger Staubach. Hold it. It couldn't be down below that, could it? Carson Wentz has 5. I can't find him. Carson Wentz with 5. Colt McCoy has 5. That's a surprise. Who's starting this weekend?
One gets fired.
Jared Goff has 6. Quincy Carter has 7. That's amazing. Quincy Carter has more than Carson Wentz. Wow. That's a great trivia question. Butt Fumble has 10. Nick Foles has 10.
And Washington got him on the list.
Kirk Cousins has 12. Dak has 14. I literally can't find Aaron Rodgers. I see Aaron Brooks, Trent Green, Doug Williams, Troy Aikman, Russell Wilson with 24, Tony Romo with 29. Huh. Wait. Did I miss it? Hold up. How many game-winning drives does Aaron Rodgers have? With Sunday night's win, this was September 11th, Rodgers has 12 fourth-quarter comebacks, as defined by Scott Kramer and Pro Football Focus. Rodgers is 12th among game-winning drives and 15th and 4th. Okay, so wait, pull it up. Okay. Doesn't say how many. He's 12th among active quarterbacks, 15th in fourth-quarter comebacks. He's tied with Luck, but I didn't see him on the list there.
I mean, I put him on the list.
I don't know why, but okay.
He's tied with Andrew Luck with the game.
Somebody said 20. Okay, 20. All right.
Yeah,
So
tied with Andrew
Aaron
Luck.
Rodgers has been okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Andrew Luck.
So Dak Prescott's got 14. 14, and he's only been around 3.25 years. Aaron Rodgers has been around for a lot longer. So take a look. Longevity-wise, at this rate, Dak Prescott will be way past him. So I go back to you, Kevin Milton. Ball's in your court. Oh, okay. Again, here we go. We got in a vacuum. Because Aaron Rodgers played with the lead, so that's why. Well, I tell you what, he could have had one last week against the Eagles. He could have had one last week against the Eagles. But what happened, Kevin? What happened, Kevin? Kevin? What happened? Because he didn't pull it off last week. He did not pull it off last week. But enough of that. I'm wasting enough time with the troll. Okay, Kevin, you got what you wanted. You got some airplay. Back to our Cowboys. All right, so here's the weakness for Green Bay. Green Bay's weakness is their defense right now. And I know that sounds crazy because we kept talking about, well, Green Bay's got a great, defense, that they're not, giving up a whole lot of yards, which was true. But here's the but. A lot of times you got to dig a little deeper, and that's why we have CSI Joe Boo. You got to dig a little deeper into the stats and look at the teams that they faced. We talked about Kirk Cousins, and basically, remember the first game of the season, I think he threw 10 passes? 10 freaking passes. That's it, period. That offense, you got two great receivers that just want to get the hell out of there. Even though they're only one game out of first place, they just want to go away from Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is so bad that everybody just wants to leave. He has literally destroyed that team that was one play away from the Super Bowl. It's one of the teams that the Packers defense faced. Denver. You gonna tell me that Denver has a great offense? Anybody? Denver? Denver's offense. And the Bears' offense. Those are the three offenses that they faced other than the Eagles. Now, I see Philly 500s in the house. I have to give Philly and his team credit because they ran roughshod over them. Carson Wentz only had 160 yards, and people will say, well, they got a great pass defense. Well, 3 of their games, they have given up over 150 yards on the ground. If you can get 5.1 yards a carry, why are you going to pass the ball? Why are you honestly going to pass the ball? You're not going to pass the ball. So from that standpoint, you look at it and say, yeah, well, you got a point there. Now, I want to see Zeke eaten again. But the thing that drives us crazy, a lot of people keep saying that Jason Garrett must have had his stamp on the game plan because we seem to have forgot all the things that we did the first 3 games. First 3 games, and I know there was the Redskins. I know it was the Giants, although the Giants are 2-2 now. And it was Miami, so it was like a scrimmage. I get that. But things that you did trickery-wise was you passed on first down. You did 43% play action passing. You distributed the ball equally. What we started seeing in New Orleans, and maybe it was the game plan going in because they said it's going to be loud in there. We're not going to be able to see it here. We're just going to try and man up and run on the defense we think we can run on them. Because we kept running Zeke Elliott right up the middle. Boom, stop. 1 yard or 2 yards. And now all of a sudden you're in 2nd and long. And then you're getting a few plays here and there. You're getting some penalties because it's loud. And you just couldn't get the offense going. That happens sometimes. And a lot of people. Okay, so Victor is on Facebook now, and he's begging to be unblocked. Victor, I didn't block you. The moderators did. I've asked you over and over and over again, Victor, to slow your roll. I've given you more chances than anybody else has, dude. Michael Anthony's like, no, I will never let him back on you. E2 Blue is ready to choke you if he ever sees you in public. I keep letting you back in after you keep doing stupid stuff. And now you're begging again. Why should I let you come back, man? Victor, why should I let you come back? If you can give me a good reason, I'll think about it. Looking into it, thanks, my man. And let me go back to my original statement I said earlier. Make sure that you have subscribed and you've hit all notifications on my stuff, and also subscribe to this other channel that I'm putting up here now, just in case something happens with my channel. That's my backup. That's my day job. I'm going to start doing more videos on there too. So please subscribe to it, so that way we can kind of spread the wealth here. YouTube is probably saying I pop too many videos and things, but when you're dealing with the Dallas Cowboys and when you got all these trolls that are out there hating you and everything else, there's just a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Listen. You got guys that are hurt. You got guys that are healthy. You got Jerry Jones talking about having Jamie Foxx, play him in the movies. You just got a lot of stuff. So we just got to make sure we can take care of it. How you doing, Miss Jackie? And see, Jennifer, that's the thing, Jennifer, that most people think. You would think if you just landed on a spaceship here and you just heard them talking about the game, didn't know what the score or anything was, you would think that the Cowboys got beat 50-2. That's the way it sounds when you listen to, they exposed, man. They got beat down there. Teddy Bridgewater did this. Well, Teddy Bridgewater got 2 touchdown passes in Seattle. 2 touchdown passes in Seattle. That's as many touchdown passes as Aaron Rodgers has had in the game this year. Oh, there you go. Yeah, amen. Incognito. Thank you for having my back. Yeah, Mrs. Holmes, as well as my daughter, are off limits because that's what you did, man. Victor, you may bleed this channel and stuff, but you say some shit that's just not right. Okay, when you're talking about my wife's body, when you trolling my daughter and doing kind of crazy stuff like that, you got no filter, man. You got I'll think about it.
No, wait, think
I
about
will
it.
think about it. That's all I'm going to tell you, Victor. I'll think about it, and don't bug me. Don't bug me, because if you do, I'll block you on Facebook too. I'll think about it. And if I do allow you to come back, Victor, 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 understand you got one chance and one chance only. And after that, dude, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. If I let you back. Don't do it, Mark. Don't even think about
know,
it.
right?
Listen, everybody, don't do it, please. See, Victor, people are saying, don't do it. Don't let you come back. That's the people, okay? It's the people are speaking because you got on their nerves. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I got to change. If I want to be part of society, if I want to be part of the group, then I've got to learn to get along.
Is this the same one that's about to have a kid?
Yeah,
If not already.
yeah.
Oh,
Michael, you over here eating some? Like, Michael, throwing down.
you can have one after your
People
chat.
super. Oh, did I miss a super chat? I'm sorry. It's Victor messing me up.
I got plenty of one.
Peoples Aguilar, thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate that, as well as everybody else. In case I missed anybody, understand too. I'm getting dementia, so I may miss a few things. Bye, Felicia. Oh my goodness. All right, so I want to see Zeke Elliott run the football some, and I think Zeke.
You need Todd Pollard, right?
It started with the notification. What started with the notification? It started with the okay. I'm not sure what that is. Victor needs to suffer to learn to be humble. You're right about that. I want to see Zeke Elliott run the football, but I don't want to see it necessarily on first down. I think the Cowboys need to go ahead and start back to passing on first down. We know Amari Cooper is going to be back. And from what I've heard, Amari Cooper's foot is much, much better from where it was last week. It's kind of worrying me about his foot because we know he couldn't work out during training camp, and I'm sure he's getting injections and things in there because he's got the heel spurs type of an issue, and now we're talking about an ankle. And of course they said, well, we just took the MRI as a precaution. Well, you're not taking MRIs on everybody unless you're worried about something or something happened. So something happened to worry about. Now, Amari Cooper, hopefully he's good to go. Hopefully we can get in here. Dallas diehard fan, thank you very much for that super chat with the Yosemite Sam logo. Lyle Collins was back at work today doing some limited work, and he should be back playing. The setup that we had, of course, was Cam Fleming in for Tyron Smith, of course, Zach Martin in there, of course, Travis Frederick. And quietly, nobody's talking about Travis Frederick, which is a good thing. That means he's taking care of business. Connor Williams back at guard, and then, of course, Lyle Collins back at tackle. What I would love to have happen, this is what I would love to have happen, and of course it won't, but I would love for this to be the Dallas Cowboys coming here realizing that, maybe we believed a little bit too much of our stuff. Philly 500, thank you very much for the super chat. Family is off limits to talk about. That said, I hit you back real soon. Keep up the great work and fantastic. Yeah, Philly said he's coming after me tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that, Philly, because, I'm ready to fight, dude. I'll knock you out, you and the rest of your Eagles. And, have a good night, Philly. Unleash Tony Pollard. Yeah, I agree with on that one, too. Tony Pollard definitely needs to get into the mix. Anita Taylor, agree, Miss Jack. How you doing, Miss Anita? Satanic football team. Oh, here we go. Football is for the devil. That's right. It is for the devil as foosball. But Michael Gallup being back should help, again, to help spread this thing out here. And the wild factor is who I think really wants to go off. Think about our Miami game, what Robert Quinn was doing. The way he was bending it in there. Dude was just like, it's like he had snow tires there, and he was just like able to cut that corner like crazy and get to the quarterback. I think Randall Cobb is going to want to go ahead and show up You know, I always talk about when you break up with somebody, you know, ladies, you know how you are. If you know your ex is going to be at the same place that you are, you know, you spend a little extra time getting ready. You spend a little extra time on the makeup and getting your hair done and the clothes so you're like, pat, 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 pat. And you know, when you walk past that guy, you get that little extra wiggle, that little extra wiggle as you go past. You know what I mean? So when he sees you, they pull a Victor like they've never seen a woman before, like they don't know how to act, how they look at you and say, I got to have that, like Victor does. You know, that's what Amari Cooper wants to do. Amari Cooper, remember, he came to Dak and said, come get me. He wanted to be here. He wanted to get rid of, he wanted to leave Aaron Rodgers and the bad man. And for guys like Kevin Milton, you should understand that you think that people are saying they want to leave and go see Kirk Cousins? No, they're saying we want to leave Kirk Cousins. But you got guys like Amari Cooper that says, hey, I'm happy here. I love working with Dak. That's a sign of leadership. I wasn't even cursing. True art. Can you tell what kind? I can tell you're really kind and forgiving, but if it was me, this dude would be 100%, would be out 100%. We can't have Victor in here trashing our team because he wants to soar with the Eagles. It's not that he wants to soar with the Eagles. He's just crazy. He's just crazy. I think he just likes the attention. Well, Brandon Wentz, here's the thing, Brandon. I'm hoping that we can get up on this thing and we can go back to resting like, Lyle Collins and get some extra work for some other people. That we can, kind of have Zeke go out there, get a whole bunch of yards and play Tony Pollard more. That we can get get Amari Cooper out of there so we can get some rest. And then we have the Jets the following week. So we can kind of get these people healthy and then not worry about playing guys like Tyron Smith. So that way we can come after you, Philly. That following week, brother, it's on. The Dallas Cowboys will be coming for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we'll be looking to demoralize those punks. We're going to be looking to smash them in the ground. We're going to make Carson Wentz and that crew look like what they really are, brother. Some dog do. So Philly 500, you and your Eagles nation will learn the wrath of the Dallas Cowboys. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, brother. So hopefully we can get our Dallas Cowboys going well and get a victory in here, get some running going, and just kind of get this thing over. Well, sorry, Adrian. It's funny because some people like it, some people don't. And no matter what you do, some people are going to like it, some people don't. Devontae Adams. Oh, excuse me. Dallas Die Hard, thank you very much for that. Devontae Adams being hurt is going to be huge for the Packers. That's really their best wide receiver. You could see how he was eating up the Eagles. I mean, he was literally just like going crazy on them. He got hurt. The other thing that, and we haven't heard anything about it, he's not listed on the injury list, but if you remember, the Philadelphia Eagles, they put some pressure on Aaron Rodgers because basically they knew they couldn't run the ball against him. So Aaron Rodgers, when he had that strip fumble, you saw him get hit on the wrist, and you saw him kind of looking at that wrist. It may not be bad, but it may be still just kind of a little bit off. Brandon, listen, man, you don't have to give me money. Look, thank you very much, Brandon Wentz, for the idea of giving me money. I appreciate it. But you haven't heard anything about it. You haven't heard anything about it. But I'm curious about the wrist because he got hit on there pretty hard. Now, also, too, I'm trying to think. There was another player that one of his offensive linemen is nicked up as well. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Now, of course, we've got Lyle Collins, who's dealing with the back issue. We know we got Tyron Smith out. So we're not exactly 100% there. We know that, we got people playing back. Tyrone Crawford is coming back, and he's basically saying, I'm going to be playing all season with pain. And he's going to be dealing with that situation. But, that kind of is what it is. Eagles a joke, no doubt. Philly, respect to you too, sir. Okay. Phil. Here's the thing. Philly 500 is cool people, and don't block Philly. In fact, I should give Philly a wrench because he's actually. I'm going to do that. Where is Philly? Because I think actually I have a wrench on his channel, so yeah, I got to at least be served. Because I don't mind. Understand this. I don't mind trash talking, about teams and stuff. What I don't like is when people go after you personally, or they talk about your family or your wife and things like that. That's not cool. And believe me, I get lots of people talking about me. Dallas diehard fan, thank you very much again. Sven in Germany, thank you for being back in here tonight. Brendan Wentz, real talk, 77 looked like he's weaker and weaker every week. Smith doesn't have much longer. Brandon, I hate to agree with you on that one, but Tyron Smith, the injuries and things are kind of mounting up on him. Well, the sportsman, listen, man, there's some Redskin fans out there that are cool people too.
Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver, I actually feel bad for him.
Skins fan all day too. I feel bad for him too.
Thank you very much, Philly, for that super chat. But yeah, they have no real weapons. And since they lost to you Eagles, they must suck. All right, so here's what we're going to do. You guys want a little overtime today? Do you guys want a little overtime? Just a little taste, okay? Do this. I'm scared, okay? Understand, I'm scared and I'm paranoid, okay? This is my other channel, Jobu Sports Report. Jobu's Day Job, okay? Subscribe to that channel just in case something happens. If something happens to my channel, okay? If YouTube gets crazy or anything like that, okay? Go to Jobu Sports Report on Facebook. You'll find me there, or you'll find me on my other channel. Gilbert, thank you very much for that super chat sticker. Give me that overtime. It's Victor's fault. Okay. All right. If any of you guys were here last night, I tried to do something different. I tried to do something a little different, okay? I was trying to live stream outside, trying to set up, basically make a new studio. Thank you very much, Anthony. I appreciate it. So you're the one. One thing, here's the thing. When you think about the 2016 season, just a smudge ladder, the thing is, I'll go just a little bit more, but I'm almost peeking out right now. Hopefully that's good enough for you. Here's the thing. 2016 was a great season for us. To have a rookie quarterback, to have a Zeke Elliott playing, to lose Tony Romo and go 13-3 and make the playoffs was incredible. Stuart Morrison, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, that was like the pinnacle. We could really just bowl and roll over everybody. And here's what I think happened in 2017, more than anything else. And maybe this happened a little bit last week. When you do really good, you kind of relax. And you say to yourself, you know what? I got this. I made it. We're good. And you start believing all the wonderful things people start saying about you. And you relax. And you figure, I just need to show up. And I swear that's what happened to the Dallas Cowboys in the 2017 season. Because they did so well. They had Aaron frickin' Rodgers of the miracle play. Had Aaron Rodgers not made a miracle throw, we could have been in the NFC Championship. So Jason Garrett and crew were feeling good, We got this. We got a young stud quarterback. We got the best running back in football. We got a great offensive line. We can just bowl over people. And that's the way that season looked. like they just thought we had to just show up. And in the end, defensive coordinators spent all offseason figuring out how to stop you. They knew if we run blitz, if we get penetration, Zeke Elliott has a hard time making moves. He can't get started. No, Road Dog, Road Dog, it's me. I'm not living in the past, but I'm trying to explain something to you about being hungry. Companies will say, you know what? This is the way we do things around here. We are up here. And those companies are passed by the other guy. I always hear Jason Garrett talking about, this is the way we do things here. Well, you know what, buddy? You need to change some shit up because the shit you're doing isn't winning us a Super Bowl. You got to be hungry. And I think that's what happened at the end of last season was Stephen Jones kind of said, wait a minute, Jason Garrett, you're satisfied with what we did last year? You're satisfied with having one playoff win? Oh, no. You can't be satisfied. You got to constantly be hungry. And that's what I try and do every day. So yesterday I tried making another set outside, trying to broadcast out there. Had a few, nightmares and stuff on it. So I want to do another little test run from outside just to kind of finish off the night and see how that goes. So your bonus time, you guys get to be guinea pigs, okay? So let me pull up my stream here to make sure that I can see the chat because we're going to go outside. Maybe. The one thing I forgot to do was put a computer out there. Okay. All right. So you guys ready? Are you ready for us to go on out? And hopefully I don't turn this up too loud. You'll probably hear the crickets and things. So let's move out to the other side. Shall we? Okay. Well, hello friends. Mark Holmes here. And damn, it's gotten kind of cold out here, so we're going to light a fire. Okay. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Eagles is trash. Okay, so I'm actually way ahead of the chat here. I'm actually watching myself go out here. So this is the continuation of basically a dream that I had. And my dream was to be able to come out here, smoke cigars with the guys, have live streams and round tables and stuff like that. But unfortunately, most of the guys, can you guys hear me okay? Most of the guys, unfortunately, don't live close enough to me. DMV just had a baby. E2 Blue, of course, he just had a baby, and he lives about 35, 40 miles away. And, of course, Michael Anthony Fitness, well, he does his own thing and kind of not really want to do as much with me as well. It's super quiet. You can't, do I need to turn it up? You can hear? Does the volume need to come up a little more? Dak is inaccurate. We'll see you on Sunday. Oh God, Eagles 81, get out of here, dude. Well, I only saw a clip. Now again, I want to investigate that a little more before I go into that. But that was interesting to see Jay Gruden. But like I said, if you're a Washington Redskin coach, I'd be smoking some weed too. Because that place will drive you crazy. Yeah, Brian, I actually built all this. All this is actually made out of 2x4s and stuff. I have cushions that go through here. I did all the cement work and everything on here. And you hear me a little bit? Okay, anyway, let me turn it up just a little bit. Okay, Let's see if I got that right now. Okay. So we got a few bugs that we still have to work out in the system, but this is my fortress of solitude. At the end of every day, I like to come out here and reflect. I've lost a lot of people that are close to me, and when you start getting to be my age, you start realizing that you've got less days ahead of you than have already gone past you. And so I've gotten to the point where I'm thankful that every day that I have, and I want to make sure I have it last as long as possible. And so coming out here is a way for me to make sure that I've done everything I could today, that everybody that I care about knows how much I care about them. And it's just kind of cool to sit out here with your thoughts. It's a long season for the Dallas Cowboys as well as everybody. There's ups and downs. There's going to be times where we look like world beaters. There's going to be other times where we look like dog crap. But the thing is you just have to stack together enough victories to be part of that 12. You get an opportunity to continue to play every week. We have some really good players. We got some talented people. The question is, can they put it together? I believe that this team is totally different from what we had just 4 years ago. I believe. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I should believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and all that stuff. But I believe that this team has a good chance as anybody else out there. They can get a couple of breaks and they can stay healthy. They can hang with anybody. Doesn't mean they're going to win every week. And a lot of you fans out there have this thing where you feel like they're supposed to win every single game. Nobody does. Take a look at the Rams. They were in the Super Bowl last year. They lost to Seattle. They got their ass handed to them by Tampa Bay. It happened. Do I think the Rams are dead? No. You're going to see a team like maybe Minnesota turns it around. We started out 3-5 last year, and we got on a hot streak. It's not necessarily what you do in September, October, as much as the way you finish up the season, where you are. And that's where the Dallas Cowboys, I think, have as good a chance as everybody else. Hopefully, we scheme this right. We get some good calls. We have some home cooking. The fans are there, loud and proud. I know ticket prices are going through the roof because everybody wants to be there. And I'm going to be there for the Eagles game. But let's hope we get a victory. If we get a victory right now, and we look at facing the Jets, the Eagles, and I can't remember who's after that one. We get a victory here, we're ahead of the curve. Because as I put it, I look at it as quarters. I think it's the Giants. Yeah, it's the Giants. If we can go 3-1 in the next 4, that gets us at 6-2. That's amazing. You get this victory here, it takes a little bit of the pressure off with the Eagles. I still want to pound the Eagles into the turf. I do not want to hear from those cockroaches. But in the grand scheme of things, we're looking at not just one game, we're looking at a season in totality of how we get to the playoffs. Say what, people? Hopefully you guys can hear me good. Phil, you're still here? I thought you had a video coming after me that you're working on. Pollard runs wild. We're not losing anymore until December. Okay. I'd love that, but I'm going to be realistic too, Jennifer. Zeke and Pollard come, well, that would be great. If we have any success on the ground like Philadelphia had, as well as everybody else, 3 games they've given up, over 500 yards on the ground in 3 games. Yeah, you're sportsman. You were 100% right on that. That Carson Wentz has only one game out of 13 where they didn't run for 100 yards that he's won. But nobody ever talks about that. And the difference is when you look at 2017, they did running back by committee. Okay, they had Jay Ajayi in there, they had Darren Sproles, they had a lot of guys running, and that's what a lot of teams do. In fact, here's an interesting stat, and I forgot to put it up here. Go through and look at the teams' rankings as far as yardage rushing the football. What you will find out is everybody from 20 down is 500 or better. The teams that are winless are all at the bottom. There's only 3 teams that with a winning record or at least 500 that are in the bottom half of running football. New England was one of them. I think the Lions, and I can't remember the other one. But that's kind of an interesting number. You're always told that basically running doesn't mean anything. You know, forget running the football. It doesn't matter. It's the 3 highest passers. Oh, sorry. 3 of the 4 highest passers last year were on losing teams. Only Pat Mahomes, of those top 4 passers, was in the playoffs. And amazingly enough, your Super Bowl champions, get this, New England ran the ball better than the Dallas Cowboys did last year. True fact. Philly, you know what separates the North Dakota Assassin from Kirk Cousins? Do you, Philly? Do you, Philly? Do you want the truth? What separates the North Dakota Assassin from Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins has no victories against the Cowboys in 4 tries. Your quarterback has 1. That's all that separates the 2 of you guys. So yes, we underestimate the North Dakota Assassin. Maybe if you win a few more games against us, we wouldn't underestimate him. Now would we, Philly? And you know what? If your team doesn't make the playoffs, the North Dakota Assassin might get assassinated. Oh yeah, fall is definitely in the air here, guys. Carson, Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson is still out, right? And Philly, I told you, man. Jason Peters, knee injury. Older guys, they get injured more often and take longer to heal. Michael Gallup, surgery 2 weeks ago. He's back. Abdominal injury. Deshaun Jackson, how long has he been out, buddy? Incognito, I actually already had a Rich on his channel. So, it was due for me to give him one. But guys, it's actually cold out here. And when I turn the fire up a little too high, it's kind of blowing back at me. So I'm trying not to burn up here tonight. So I'm going to go back in. We're going to kill the stream. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. So hold up for 1 second. Let me turn off the lights here. Okay. Bam. Okay, so we're back inside here. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Just trying to give you guys a little something different here. At the Joe Boo Sports Report, we try to continue to push the envelope and do more and more things. I think Michael Anthony Fitness, are you going to go do a live stream or are you just videotaping? Huh? Oh, okay. Michael's getting ready to do a video, so definitely check out his channel and subscribe to him. Peoples Aguilar, he's the guy waiting for the donut. Oh, Sven, I love that comment. Wow, Sven. Sven bringing the heat over there. Um, Shout out, Mark. There you go, Joshua. You get your shout out. Wow. The teleport stuff is some NASA trickery. Okay. Hello, Mark. How you doing, Keith? Sportsman, thank you. Sportsman, I don't think I've seen you on here too many times before, but I appreciate you being in the house. Don Hunt, thank you very much. JD, Jennifer, sounds like you were at the beach. It's actually the wind. The wind is actually going about 15 miles an hour. It's actually picked up quite a bit. We've got a cold front that's kind of coming through. It's crazy because uh, last weekend I was literally burning up cooking burgers and stuff outside for our party, and this week it's like going to be like 49 degrees tonight. The only assassin in the NFL right now is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, oh my God. Russell was doing it with his legs and stuff. Like he was that okay. When they tell you, here's the thing. When they tell you that a franchise quarterback elevates the team, that's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson willed that team to win. Russell Wilson put that team on his back and carried them with his legs, with his arms. Those passes he was making, that dude has become everything and a ham sandwich. Now, here's the funny thing. Every time I say something about my quarterback, everybody, you're just a Dak defender. You're making an excuse for him. No, I'm not making excuses. But understand, Russell Wilson, the first 3 years, you know what they said about him? He was a game manager. When Russell Wilson was in the draft, they said, if you need a backup quarterback, he might be able to do you, for a few games, and in a few years, maybe he'll be an okay quarterback. And if you look at the numbers he had his first 3 years, about 3,200 yards, like 22, 25 touchdowns, basically the same area that Dak Prescott was. But that fourth year, I'm telling you, that fourth year was when everything took off. And that's the thing about quarterbacks. Fourth year is when quarterbacks usually will take that next step up. That's when they'll become more of an elite passer, or at least the better ones do. Big Ben it happened with Tony Romo it happened with Aaron Rodgers, with Troy Aikman. That fourth year is the year that they go through. First year, you surprise some people. Second year, you regress because it's a sophomore slump. Third year, you get back on even footing. And the fourth year, you blow up. And that's where we are with Dak Prescott. Do I expect him to play like he did against the scrubs of the division and stuff? No, not every game. But clearly he is in a better place than he was last year. And I guarantee you he will get over 4,000 yards, and I think our team will be fine for this season. So with that being said, make sure you guys double check the notification button, okay? Make sure that you got all notifications done on there. And please, please subscribe to my other channel over here, Joe Boo's Day Job. So if something does happen with the channel, that you can find me on that one, and I'm going to start posting some more videos over on that one just to get it going. Like I said, YouTube, it's an amazing platform, but like anything else, it's not perfect. And I would hate to lose you guys like I did last year. I was literally lost when my other channel was shut down. I can't thank you guys enough for all that you do, supporting me, commenting, liking, everything that you do helps support the channel, and we continue to grow and get better and better. And hopefully, just hopefully, sometime in the very near future, we'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. I mean, heck, the Eagles finally got one. It's about time that we got another one again. You sure Russell is MVP? Right now, he's MVP. Right now, I'd say he is. It's 4:19. Sven, go to bed. Go to bed, man. He's in Berlin. Wow. Sven is an MVP candidate. Amen on that one. Okay, Philly, you get a clap on that one. Good comment. All right, guys, it's time to turn down the lights, because this party is over. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.